At the start of the anecdote, a face on the news looking through his notes. A rose in a retrograde motion. In the end, we will suffer like we should.
Hello everyone, Knightmare here, and I am the president of Attack Motorsports International Sim Racing Team. Today we're going to be taking a look at a quick daily race from the Red Bull Ring in the Group 4 cars. That means the front-wheel drive cars are pretty much the metas. There's just no two ways about it. I bring you this race. I didn't have a particularly great finish in this race, but I bring it to you simply because at the end of this race I am going to show you the American version of Momoz. Most of you who watch the European guys, Super GT, Tidney, those guys, Key, you all know who Momoz is. Momoz is a guy who just goes kind of batshit crazy every once in a while. So anyway, yeah, I'm starting off in the, I'm driving the Volkswagen Scirocco. It's on medium tires. So this is a pretty good race. It's really good that Gran Turismo has decided to let us start using the medium tires instead of every race being on hard tires. Makes things a lot more entertaining. But yeah, I'm gonna show you a couple of things here. This quick little race. It's actually pretty entertaining for the most part. You know, close racing, which is getting to be kind of rare, for me anyway. I'm just not all that great. I do what I do, call it good. Just kind of race around, but I mean, look at that. The guy has, going into the hairpin, he went way down to the inside, parked on the apex, blasted a couple of guys out. Comes around that last corner and you know, pushes a couple of guys, pushes one down to the inside so he gets a half-second penalty, shoves another guy completely off the track. You know, I'm right behind this guy and I'm watching all this. Now I want you to keep in mind, I am the president of Attack Motorsports International Sim Racing Team. That means that if anybody, and this goes to anybody who happens to be in a race with one of our guys, if you have a problem with one of our guys racing dirty, we don't stand for that. Report them to me. Send me a message. Because our whole thing is we drive as clean as possible, you know, unless we are really, really, unless somebody really instigates, we're never the aggressors. Now the Brazilian up here is blocking BS Rodeo. So I can understand him being a little bit irritated with that guy. But on that very first lap, he went way down to the inside here and then parked on the apex. Okay. But yet this time he took a perfectly clean line, which he could have taken in the first lap. So now I'm behind him. Well, I'm behind KD19. Okay, I've raced with that guy quite a bit. He's pretty, he's a clean guy. I get a little aggressive there, and I did feel bad for it. But now I'm directly behind BS Rodeo, which he's the first to complain. He has sent me a couple of complaints about my drivers, and I have had to say something to a couple of my drivers about stuff, but I told Rodeo after this race, don't ever report one of my guys again after what I see in this race. Now look at this, he completely blocks me, and then decides to take a swipe at me there. Gets inside, pushes me wide. I'm like, all right, dude, you know, I'll race you the way you race me, but you know, it's not gonna work out. One of us will go off track. 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be me, but you know, whatever. But coming around here, I get a really good run coming out of this corner. That's a really tough corner for me. I can never seem to hit that just right, but I got a good run there. So now he brake checks me, and then as I go by, he takes a swipe at me. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? But yet this guy will be the first one to complain when somebody doesn't race him the way he wants to be raced. So he comes flying into that corner again, knocks somebody else off the track. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And this is what I'm talking about when I said that he is the American version of Momoz. I mean, it's just crazy. Now that was the last that I saw of him in the race, but it's not the last that everybody else saw. So what I'm going to do is as soon as we cross the finish line here, for the end of this race, I'm going to go back and you're going to see what he did after I got by him. And this is the kind of thing, what he was doing is the kind of thing I'm talking about with the penalty system being kind of jacked up. I mean, that guy, he didn't get any penalties for any of that. As a matter of fact, I called him out on that stuff after the race. I said, seriously? And he says, oh, I got a clean race bonus. See, and that is what is wrong with the penalty system. Somebody like that doesn't get any kind of penalty, gets a clean race start, will wind up with an S rating on their SR, even though they should have been reset because of that crap. I mean, that's just... people who don't deserve the S rating shouldn't get one. But, I mean, the system is what it is. I don't understand why they can't come up with a halfway point, you know, a happy medium, but it's like they can't. It's either on, full on, or it's off. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not a programmer, so I don't know. But you would think that they would be able to find that happy medium with all the times they've gone from one extreme to the other. You would think they'd be able to figure it out. But, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. So like I said, I do finish in 9th. So I do kind of want to show you guys real quick what that guy was about. So I'm going to just go ahead and let you know that I've finished right where I'm at. And we were going to go take a look at Mr. BS Rodeo. Alright, so now we're taking a look at Mr. BS Rodeo's viewpoint here, and this is pretty much where it starts, because this is where I'm coming up right behind him here in my little green Scirocco. I'm right on top of him. I get a good run coming out of the corner. So he pulls over. And then as I'm trying to get by, he moves over a little bit and then just takes corner real hard, tries to push me off the track. Alright, well, okay. Again, he's the first one to report one of my drivers to me for driving quote-unquote dirty. But this garbage coming up here is why I told him don't ever report one of my guys again. You know, just don't bother. Because I'm pretty sure everybody's heard the story. Well, right here, he brake checks me. Right there. And then as I go by, bam, tries to take a swipe at me. I'm sure, and then he takes KD19 for no apparent reason and just swipes him off. Apparently because he missed me, he was mad. Brake checks the guy behind him. Comes up, smacks into 7mm. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now he tries to push him off, and this is where he becomes idiot of the week material. Yep, little bit of karma. So yeah, I just wanted to show you those quick little lowlights, and you know what? Leave a comment. See if you guys know who Momoz is. Let me know if you think this guy's pretty close to that. Yeah, I pretty much think he's the American version of Momoz, kind of like Dot Gone was the Canadian version. So yeah, guys, leave a like, leave a comment. If you like what you see, like what you hear, subscribe. I don't beg for subscriptions. I don't, you know, it's just one of those things. If y'all like what you see, you'll subscribe. So on that note, everybody, until next time, this is Knightmare. Peace.
of the anecdote. A face on the news looking through his notes. A rose in a retrograde motion. In the end, we will suffer like we should.